Hey everybody, this is James with wstrades.com. I want to provide an update here on SOFI Technologies, or ticker symbol SOFI. Looking at some recent stories here, there is one talking about where SOFI Technologies stands with analysts. And there are some ratings here. You've got total ratings of 2 as bullish, 2 as somewhat bullish, and 2 as indifferent. And this is actually spanning over the last 3 months. There are no ratings here listed that are somewhat bearish or bearish, and that could be due to, an overall big move down on the larger time frames. So let's check out some of that price action here on the 15-minute chart. Kind of within a range, you see a high here of 1445 and a low of 1266, just pretty much chopping within those two levels on this shorter term 15-minute time frame here. Let's check out the hourly. So on the hourly, it was uptrending for the first half of this chart, and then it made a big move down and is definitely in a downtrend the second half here. You can see recently here hitting this low of 1266, so definitely making some lower lows here and some lower highs and trending down on the hourly time frame. Let's hit the daily chart. So on the daily, this thing was trapped within a range from about 14 up to about 24 for a lot of this chart. You can see it peaked a little bit above that here, made a high of 28, and now we have this low of 1266. At the beginning of this chart, it traded a little bit outside of that range, and then towards the tail end here, it moved a little lower outside of that range. So on the daily chart, you can see that that $14 level was holding for a long time. You see it testing here, 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 made a nice run up, came down and tested it again, and recently that's where we have this move below that 14. So it fell through fairly long-term support there on the daily time frame. We can't see any lower prices on this time frame, so let's hit the weekly chart. And you can see here on the weekly that the beginning of this chart, the 3-year weekly, gives that detail of where the price might be headed. You can see even on this weekly chart, you've got a lot of rejection around that $14 level, and then finally falling through. So to me, it looks like it may go down and test around this $10 or $11 level here, because you can see that area here is the next stop below that 14. So that's kind of my guess here on the longer time frame. Maybe it's going to go down and test around that 10. If it makes it down there to maybe the $11 level or the $10 level, I would be looking for a move up at that point, or really see what happens to the price once it approaches that low here of $10. I think it would be a key level here. If this thing continues to sell off, like what's going to happen around that $10, $11 level? Will people really finally start liking this price? Because you can see from the weekly, this thing has been selling off since mid-November. So yeah, I would definitely look for a bounce there around that $10 level. If we can get a nice rejection, bulls jump back into this thing, and we start to see some upward price action, that could be a bottom that this thing finds here on the weekly chart. But I'll continue to keep you guys updated on ticker SOFI, or SOFI Technologies Inc. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.